Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Planes, Trains, and Comic Books channel. My name is Matt, and today we're going to review Heavy Metal Drummer number 1. But before we get into that, if you guys wouldn't mind sharing, subscribing, commenting, it really helps me out and lets me know what you guys want to see more of. So, with that being said, let's get straight into this thing. All right, so this is the cover for Heavy Metal Drummer number 1. It is a Behemoth comic, and it is by Kiefer Finlow, Emiliano Pliskin, Luca Vassallo, and Tokabi. And on the first page here, we are introduced to the drummer named Dave. He is doing cocaine in a back alley before a show, just like all good drummers. And he hears a knock on the door, and we see the singer is very angry at him because they are about to go on, and he starts yelling at him and saying, if you screw this gig up, it's going to be your last one. So they go onto the stage and begin to play their music. And while they're playing, we get this weird cut to some kind of alien planet where these monsters are killing the inhabitants. And I don't know if their music is just so amazing or transcendent that they can hear it across time and space. Specifically from his drumming, it seems like they are now focused on Earth. And we cut to 1986 in Los Angeles, California. I'm assuming maybe that was in the early 80s or late 70s because the aliens are already here now. And they are disgusting. They live in the sewer. These rats go up to it and like munch on this stuff that it's growing. And it basically, converts them or takes them over and makes them become like a host. Then the rats leave. Then cats eat the rats and then they get infected. Then nice old ladies go to feed the cats, who then follows the old lady home and proceeds to attack and infect her. And what's interesting is when she is being attacked and the alien successfully begins to take over her body, she sees this wonderful bliss world where the aliens talk to her and just tell her like, death is an illusion, give us over your body and we'll let you live in this bliss world. So she does give up her body and wants to live in that bliss world. And so out of this blob that the old lady became from the alien comes this younger woman's body, who then meets up with some other aliens that have taken over other people's bodies. So they grow their human skin and they are full undercover now as ladies, and they dress all scantily and walk around because they now infect all the men that they have sex with. One night after a band practice goes bad and becomes a fight between the members, Dave goes to a bar and starts venting about their singer, and he goes to the bathroom after a while. And while he's in there, he finds a guy who apparently has OD'd on some kind of weird blue liquid. And of course, he's like, I've hit the jackpot. I'm going to go home and do this drug that made that guy OD. It must be really good. And when he does, he crosses dimensions or planes of existence and is able to see the alien world and our world together. And the aliens see him too. They recognize that there is an intruder, and they're like, we need to take off his head. We need to eliminate the intruders. And he's just like freaking out. And that's where I'm going to stop it. I don't want to spoil any more of this comic. So I'm not going to lie. This one was a bit of a weird one. But by the end of it, I was totally into it. There was some confusing moments where I wasn't sure at the beginning if the music was what was causing the aliens to hone in on Earth, or if it was specifically his drumming. They didn't make that fully clear. But once you got into the story, it kind of doesn't matter anyway how they get here. It just matters how they are going through taking over the people. This is kind of like a good mix of 80s sci-fi. It definitely has the feel of the movie They Live. So it's a pretty fun, like weird sci-fi comic. I thought the writing was pretty good, other than that stuff I wasn't sure of at the beginning. And the art's cool. It's got its own style. It's unique. I do wish that we focused a little bit more on the drummer, I guess, or like maybe his involvement. Like if they intertwined his story with how the Earth became infected or something, because he's only at the beginning and the end of the comic. He's kind of missing in the middle. And then the only other thing that people might take offense against is the use of the word heavy metal drummer when obviously he's a punk drummer and in a punk band. But I guess punk drummer doesn't really sound the same. But I'm just nitpicking. So anyway, like I said, it was a good comic. I enjoyed it. It was fun. So I'm going to give this one a 3.5 out of 5. And if you guys saw anything you like, definitely go pick it up at your local comic book store. And we'll see y'all in the next one.